Good morning. It's already Wednesday. That's the magic of a 3-day weekend. You're not too far from Friday. That's all I have to say. Today, there's an article out on The Athletic. This is one that if you're a 49ers fan and you want to know the in-depth workings of how Kyle Shanahan crafts his coaching staff, how that offense is going to schematically look this year, if you want to know about the attention to detail of the 49ers practice from the coaching staff, imparting knowledge onto the players, well, I think you're going to want to read this article. Who is 49ers tight end coach Brian Fleury? He replaces John Embry, and he's pictured there at left. Mike McDaniel on the right, former 49ers offensive coordinator. McDaniel's now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Fleury at left is who I wrote about in this piece on The Athletic that you'll see with this picture of George Kittle. The 49ers offense can benefit from the diverse background of new tight end coach Brian Fleury. The link to this article is in the comments section. It's pinned right up there for you. $1 a month for The Athletic right now, and I can guarantee you're not reading anything this in-depth about new 49ers tight ends coach Brian Fleury anywhere else. So why don't we talk about it a little bit, and then why don't you subscribe while you're watching this video, or right after. I'll give you one more reminder before I sign off. First of all, the big picture here is that the 2022 49ers have seen the biggest coaching staff turnover of the Kyle Shanahan regime. They saw 7 assistants depart. They saw 9 new assistants get hired. And in total, between the new hirings and shufflings within the existing staff, the 49ers have 14 new coaching titles, and most of that coaching staff turnover has come on offense. In fact, of all the position groups on offense, the 49ers have replaced all but one of the head position coaches. So Brian Griese is the new QB coach. He takes over for Rich Scangarello, who's now at the University of Kentucky. Anthony Lynn is the new running backs coach. He takes over for Bobby Turner, who's taking at least a year off due to knee and hip surgery. Knee surgery, actually, for Bobby Turner, not hip surgery, knee surgery for Bobby Turner. Leonard Hankerson is a new wide receivers coach. He takes over for Wes Welker, who is now the receivers coach for Mike McDaniel in Miami. And former QB Brian Fleury is now the 49ers tight ends coach, taking over for Embry, whose contract was not renewed by the 49ers. The reason I say that Brian Fleury was a former quarterback. Well, he was a college quarterback, and I think that's notable because it seems that Brian Fleury has coached everyone but tight ends. He's been in the coaching business for almost 2 decades, coming out of college at Towson University, where he did play quarterback. Brian Fleury was in the college game for a while. He was a DB coach there, defensive coordinator there, special teams coordinator before he got his first shot in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills in 2013. Funny enough, Jim O'Neill, who was the 49ers defensive coordinator back in that terrible 2016 season, Jim O'Neill was Fleury's college teammate at Towson. And then Jim O'Neill was the linebackers coach with the Bills in 2013. So that's how these kind of jobs work. He helped get Brian Fleury's foot in the door as far as an NFL job in 2013. But even since then, Fleury's been coaching everywhere but that tight end room. In the NFL, he's coached outside linebackers. In the NFL, he's been a research analyst. He's been the director of research for the Miami Dolphins, has been with 4 separate NFL franchises, and has collected this wealth of knowledge that has led him to the 49ers, a franchise that he joined in 2019 as a defense quality control coach. Over the past 2 seasons, Fleury has been an offensive quality control coach. So he switched sides of the football. He's gotten to know the tight ends, and now he finally is the official tight ends coach, replacing John Embry, the guy who famously fined George Kittle $10 every single time he ran out of bounds as a rookie in 2017 to develop that yak ability from George Kittle, because he knew that smaller defenders did not want to tackle, did not want any part of a physical altercation with a 250-pound freight train. So that was John Embry's main legacy, and now Brian Fleury is going to come at the tight end position in a different way. George Kittle appreciates the new and versatile perspective that Fleury brings to the table, because Fleury, as a former defensive coach, has actually been installing ideas into the 49ers tight end room from the defensive perspective. He knows how outside linebackers try to cover tight ends, and that's what he's imparting on George Kittle, Ross Dwelley, Charlie Werner, and the rest of the 49ers tight ends. He knows how all those little nuances work from a schematic perspective defensively, and it's important that the 49ers tight ends pick those up as well. On top of that, Fleury is a former college quarterback at Towson. So his perspective is key for Trey Lance as well. He knows how to teach the tight end position as far as the pass game goes in terms of detail from route running. Where's the break going to come? How deep should a receiver be? When should the tight end be looking back for the football? And if he's teaching that in terms of what the quarterback needs to see from a consistency standpoint, then everything should be easier for Trey Lance, because the goal is to standardize the variables around Trey Lance, make things less chaotic at the tight end level, at the receiving level, at the play action level, everything. There are 11 men trying to work in cohesion on the football field. So if you could allow Trey Lance to worry as little as possible about what the other 10 men are doing, if that is going to be consistent for him, it's going to be easier for Trey Lance to see success in what is presumptively going to be his first year as the starting quarterback. So Fleury, his insertion into this tight end role, I think, is related to Leonard Hankerson's insertion into the wide receiver coach role and Anthony Lynn's insertion into the running backs coach role. The 49ers are looking for specificity from these position groups around Trey Lance. So Lynn is going to give the running backs a little bit more beef. I mean, he has for a long time schemed power running games at a high level in the National Football League. Hankerson has played for Kyle Shanahan before in Washington, so I think he's going to give that attention to detail that Kyle Shanahan wants in his offense to the wideout room. And Fleury, who's a lot like Shanahan. I mean, this is his stepdad was a big-time high school coach in Maryland. So he grew up around meeting rooms. He grew up speaking the coaching lingo. He was an unremarkable college player, just like Kyle Shanahan was an unremarkable college wide out of Texas before he started climbing up the coaching ladder. I think Fleury is going to bring that attention to detail that Kyle Shanahan wants to the tight end room, which is going to be really, really important in the start of the Trey Lance era. Fleury's role is a larger testament to the adaptability of Kyle Shanahan's offense and his staff. We often talk about amorphous position groups, wide receivers playing tight ends playing receiver, Deebo Samuel as a receiver, obviously playing running back, Kyle Juszczyk playing everywhere. Well, maybe now the assistant coaches have a little bit of amorphousness to them too. You look at a guy like Brian Fleury, has never coached tight ends specifically, and now he's the 49ers tight ends coach. But you can see how the knowledge and the mastery of the rest of the scheme, I called Brian Fleury a brainiac in one of my other videos. Well, he understands the full picture, and the 49ers realize that the full mystery of offense is only understood if the full picture of offense is totally comprehended. So that's how they're going to unlock Trey Lance, and that's where Brian Fleury fits as a coach in this staff. So you're going to have to read more. This is a big 1,500-word piece on The Athletic about Brian Fleury, the new 49ers tight ends coach. It goes into a lot of detail. I had a one-on-one conversation with him last week. Kyle Shanahan added some good thoughts, and so did George Kittle after I asked him a couple questions about Brian Fleury. So go ahead and check out that article. The link is pinned up in the comment section. It's only $1 a month for The Athletic right now. So subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button. I guarantee you nowhere on the internet will you find 49ers coverage as in-depth as this. And this is all segue to my stuff on The Athletic that you can get for $1 a month. Subscribers blowing up all across the board. So get on that bandwagon, subscribe to the channel and to The Athletic, and enjoy this piece about Brian Fleury. 49ers OTA practice today. More content coming. We'll talk to you all soon. Everybody have a great, great Wednesday. Only a couple more days to go, and the week will be over. Thanks, guys. Take care.